Alrighty, now with the latest update in the 2025 release, FD01 or Service Pack 1, with the 3DEXPERIENCE platform integration with SOLIDWORKS, we can now have cut list items individually recognized by the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So we now have the option to publish cut list items as we're saving to the platform, and you'll see here that it creates an individual item for each cut list item in SOLIDWORKS. Now this is a big deal because previously and traditionally it was saved in as just a single part file, and when you went to look on say a bill of materials, it would show up as that single part and the individual bodies within the weldment were not recognized. Now it is all of the individual weldment structure members, the sheet metal members, generic members such as brackets, plates, things like that. They're all recognized individually and they show up accordingly in that bill of materials right inside of the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. This allows you to also take the cut list properties and sync them to properties on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform so that those can be shown in the bill of materials as well. It's just increasing the rigidity and robustness of the single source of truth, making this a really diverse solution fitting for all sorts of different types of people across different industries. And this has been a long awaited update and excited to see this get rolled out. If you're interested in using this, there's a few things to keep in mind before you jump in. There is a document property. If you go into a new part and you go to Tools, Options, and Document Properties tab, the weldments section, ensure that you have Generate Cut List IDs turned on. This is going to be a part by part setting though, so be sure to update your template to have that turned on, your part template, so all new created parts have that moving forward. This is also restricted to a part having a single physical product. So if you go into System Options and the 3DEXPERIENCE Integration section, you will have that option to only allow new parts to have a single physical product. Go ahead and turn that on so that all new parts have that automatically and you're set up for success. If you do move forward with some of the attribute mapping from cut list properties to 3DEXPERIENCE properties and mapping those, be aware that when you are carrying out the mapping, when you enter in the SOLIDWORKS portion of that mapping, it is case sensitive. Often cut list properties do auto-populate to all caps, so make sure to match that case sensitive wise when mapping it to have that map correctly. Now, as we take a look into why this really matters, this is going to do a few big things when jumping into integrating that cut list and having those individual items mapped out in your platform. One, it's going to help you increase efficiency. You don't have to do any more of that manual tracking of cut list items individually, or alternatively, maybe you used to previously just list that in a drawing sheet, but you'd have to open the drawing to even see what is included in that weldment. Now those individual items would be listed, so you don't have to do any of that extra work to find out what's included in a weldment object. In terms of collaboration, you're going to have improved collaboration as well. Whether you're an engineer, whether you're in the manufacturing team or procurement, you're all going to be sharing that same data in real time so that you're going to be locked into that single source of truth. You're also going to reduce any of your chance for errors due to that single source of truth being all right there front and center for everybody, regardless if you're on the engineering team, the manufacturing team, procurement, and same thing when it goes for bill of materials. Your creation of those bill of materials will be streamlined because now it's just all right there in your 3DEXPERIENCE platform. You don't have to export the full assembly bill of materials and then take the cut list and merge that in after the fact. It's all right there, whether you're doing bill of materials management directly from the platform, from within SOLIDWORKS, etc. One single stop shop for all of your needs with cut list taken care of now on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So there's really some great diversity in who this can be useful for. Let's say that you're in industrial equipment. You've got a lot of projects going on at once, large bill of materials, keeping track of all those objects can be very tedious. Now all of your teams are going to be working from that same single source of truth. Your cut lists are going to stay accurate from CAD through to production, so you don't have to worry about any of those disconnected versions floating around as you're going through and actually manufacturing any of your industrial equipment. And you're going to have fewer impacts from late stage design changes and reduce some of those manufacturing errors that might come out. Let's say you're in high tech. A lot of times that you're going through really quick iterations, and that can make it really difficult to track that data accurately. Now with this, now we have a more holistic, robust cloud-based PLM where you have all of the latest cut list information available. It's also going to reduce some of that time with any time needed to pass information back and forth across teams, because now that information is just front and center when you save that part into the platform, allowing you to work fast and get those iterations out quickly. And even if you're in engineering services, for example, doing contract work, a lot of times version control is a huge issue when it comes to that, because it's a lot of passing information back and forth. You need to make sure that you have the right information, and by having this all uploaded and everybody accessing that single source of truth, you cut down on that chance of any miscommunication or referencing out-of-date versions, and you're all looking at that same bill of materials at the same time, up-to-date live data. So those are just a few examples of who this could be useful for. It extends far beyond that, but we're super excited to see this integrated into the latest release of the 3DEXPERIENCE platform integration with SOLIDWORKS.